Hi, this video will show you some simple grenades, mostly smoke, that will help your team play Counter-Strike 2. I made this video mostly so my friends can stop complaining that they don't know any grenades for maps, and that I can just refer them back to this video. I tried to keep the grenades as simple as possible, but there are a few that might need some practice. Hope you enjoy it. Let's start with some classic Mirage smokes. First smoke, go next to the trash can. Aim about here, press and hold D, and jump throw. This is a window smoke, and by pressing D you move a little bit forward, and that's enough for the momentum to carry over to the windows. Next up is a short smoke. Stand in this corner, aim in the top left of the window, and jump throw. The last smoke I'll throw from close to despawn is this one. So go into this corner and aim for this. So in this row I use the yellow one as my aim for that, and jump throw. And this is the connector smoke. As for A smokes, they haven't actually changed a lot since CSGO, so the classic stair smoke is still the same. Aim in the middle of this blue box and left click throw. This also covers a part of the sandwich, so it's if someone's sitting there and they have a very hard time seeing anything. Next up is jungle smoke, so I use this one. Come up here and go to the second one, put it in the middle of your screen. Aim to the left of this pillar thing and left click throw. And the last smoke is a city smoke. There are many ways to throw this smoke, but I like to use this one. Go in the middle of this diagonal wall and aim for this wooden beam and jump throw. This smoke lands on the box, so it makes harder for any CT playing ticket. And lastly, let's check out some B smokes. I throw all my smokes from this corner. The first smoke, you aim here. So just at the edge of this building, top left, and just left click throw. That's short, smoked off. The next smoke is a market window smoke. So just aim in the corner here and jump throw. And the last smoke is for market. So aim for this, check for these windows, and in the top right corner, jump throw. For Ancient, the most essential smokes are usually the mid smokes. So just go in the middle of the pillar here, aim for this big rock and middle of the left side and jump throw. If you have a spawn on the left side, you can do the same thing on the other side of the pillar. Just go in the middle of the pillar. Again, the big rock and on the left side and jump throw. For B smokes, I go stand in this corner. Aim here for a long smoke and jump throw. And aim on the left side of this big rock and jump throw for a short smoke. For A, the two most useful smokes for me is the first is CT smoke, so go stand in this corner. Aim in this dark spot here, and jump throw. The other smoke for A is a donut smoke, so you wanna stand next to this ledge, crouch, and search for this pattern here. So the middle dark spot, and you wanna aim just on the lower side of middle. And jump throw. On Vertigo, there's two CT smokes I like to use. The first one is this one. So stand in this corner and aim at the top left of the dark spot and jump throw. This makes a perfect stair smoke. The other smoke is a fast ramp smoke for A. You might need to practice this a little bit. I usually do it like this. And then it jumps off this pillar and lands in the middle. What you want to do is go next to this wall, aim for this line, keep your crosshair there, and when you reach about here, you left click throw. Like that. For T smokes to B, the most is this one. Go stand in this corner next to the sandboxes. You're gonna crouch and then aim for this corner. Then stand up and left click throw. As for A side, there's a lot of different ways to throw these nades, but this is the classic left side of sight. So you want to aim somewhere in between this beam and this beam. I usually go for this one, but I've seen some people use this one. And just aim and jump throw. It will jump off that and land on the left side of sight. When you combine this with a just loosey-goosey smoke from the white box, it covers up the whole site and you can plant pretty safely. If you want to add more safety, you can go into this corner, aim about in the middle of this part of the rock, and jump throw. That smokes off heaven. And then you can combine it with a Molotov, aim for this rust mark here, and jump throw. As for mid smokes, I don't really think you need a lineup for these, but I'm gonna show you anyway. So if you go from this wooden part up until here, and just left click throw, that's window. And if you want to do a mid smoke, you can go in the same corner and go from the other side of the wooden part and go up to the blue and left click throw. And that's mid smoke. Since Inferno was remade for CS2, the meta is still evolving, and the nades I show you now might not be the same nades that are used in a couple of months, but at least you have something to go off on. The first nade I'll show you is a good example of this. Go stand in this corner, stuck to the chair, and look for this white mark. From this you go a bit to the right and a bit up. About double as much up as you go to the right. If you want an exact spot to target for, this is the white spot, and up here is a smaller whiter spot, and just on the edge of it. You can't see it from without the zoom, but if you want practice, it's good to have a zoom weapon and aim for that. And then just jump throw. This lands in T slope and also cuts off banana. The other grenades I'm going to show you as CT is a set of nades thrown from coffin or the sandbags on coffin. So stand here. First, aim the smoke so it's between these two windows and a bit up. Then you can combine that with a Molotov, aimed here on the white spot of the cone, and this takes off most of car. If you're playing with a friend, you can also add a flash to this, same spot as the Molotov, and just left click throw. This allows your friend to peek, and enemies will most likely either have backed to the smoke or be standing in this corner. When Ts are executing A, the most important part is to cut off long from sight. You can do this by throwing a moto smoke, so you can get stuck in this corner with the post boxes, search for this black mark here, crouch and jump throw, like this. From banana there's lots of executes. These are the smokes I currently use. So I line up myself with this brown box and the left side of it, and aim on the tall building, left side, left top corner, and just left click throw. This lands on the boost, so it also covers a bit of the boost. For a coffin smoke there's a lot of ways to throw it, but I like to use this one. So I can stand in this corner, half full corner, and then I'm looking at this part of the B. I'm trying to find this light spot here. It can take a bit of practice to find it, but once you do, you usually find it pretty quick. Then I want to crouch and jump throw. This smoke lands on the sandbags, so it covers a lot more. The only corner you really have to care about is this one. The last nade from banana I'm going to show you is new box Molotov. So go in this corner and look for this wooden pattern. So there's an arch here, so on the left side of the arch, aim here and jump throw. This covers whole of new box, so they're forced to go forward. Since Anubis is the newest map in the active duty pool, not everyone knows the smokes yet, but they also change a bit with CS2, so I'm gonna show the basics. First let's start off from T-base, stand in this corner, and for this building and the corner of it. It can be a bit hard to see because it's so light, but this corner. And this smokes off mid. They can still come from the right side of mid, but you can easily control it with a flash. Next grenade from the same corner. Aim on this wooden beam about in the middle and jump throw. This smokes off the canal connector / dark, whatever you want to call it. For B, the most important smoke is the one that lands here and covers up CT and K. That grenade is thrown from T base and got stuck in this corner. Aim at this window and you see a light side of the building and a dark side of the building. So aim in the middle of the dark side and jump throw. There are many ways to smoke off connector or dark also, but I like to use this one. Stuck in this corner, aim for these, and the third one from left, in the middle of it, and jump throw. This also covers pillars somewhat, and it makes it harder for the CT to aim. For A, you have a bunch of options. Start off with this corner. And if you aim on the hieroglyph here, left side of it, and just left click throw, that's a smoke for left side of heaven. From the same corner, you can also throw a heaven smoke. What you want to do is aim down from this red A letter, and down to the wood while crouching, and then jump throwing. Like that. This does take a couple of seconds before it fills up the whole area, but it does fill up the area. If you want a faster alternative smoke for heaven, you can go in water in this corner, aim for this box, the edge of this box, and between the top and the middle hinge. And when I jump, I also press forward, so jump throw and forward. And that smokes off heaven. The last one is a set of grenades for mid connector to A. You start off by taking a smoke, looking for these nails, and go between here. So the second blank and between the nails. And jump throw. This is a good smoke, but if you don't have a Molotov in front of it, CTs can just push through. So that's why we also throw a Molotov. The same plank, aim at the top of it, and both mouse 1 and 2 jump throw. So the combination looks like this. For Nuke, the most common smokes are the yard smokes or the smoke wall. I'm going to show you two different ways to throw this. First one is the classic wall from red to secret. You do this by throwing from back of truck and front of truck. Front of truck, you line yourself up with the red container. Aim for the corner of the building. Jump throw. The second smoke is thrown from back of truck. So the same thing, line yourself up with the red container. Aim for these windows here and the leftmost window and aim about here. And jump throw. As a combination, it will look like this. For this smoke wall, you also need to throw the cross smoke. So you can do this while running and aim on the second fence part about in the middle. As you can see, this covers up the whole cross here, the red. The second smoke wall is also thrown from back of truck. Same position as last, but this time you aim for the front windows and just the leftmost window bottom left corner and jump throw. The second smoke is thrown from here. I'll get stuck in this corner and aim for this part of the silo. And this is what it looks like. If you're low on utility and want to throw just one smoke to the yard, maybe to warehouse, then a safe way to throw that is to line yourself up with this wall. Go all the way back to the fence. Aim on the power wires and the second highest power wire. And left click throw. For CTs, there's one really simple smoke that can be thrown for early yard control. You can throw it while running, just aim for this box here and on the right side of it and bounce it off the box. This is often called a glaze smoke. I used it a lot. And this allows you to just take different positions on yard so they can't know. While playing T-side Nuke, one thing you should always do is break these windows. This allows for a lot of different nades to be thrown. As an example, if you get stuck in this corner and aim for this, then go up to the white part and go to your right. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. For me, I aim about so the bottom of my crosshair hits the bottom of the white part, and jump throw. This is the perfect smoke for vent dives or lurking outside of Squeak. And since you already broke the windows, you can use this combination to take A control. Go up on the roof, aim for the left window, a bit on the right side. I usually use about this as marker, and then go down to the white part. Take a few steps and jump throw. This covers off Tetris and on top of Hut. You can do a combination by stepping a few steps back and taking a flash and doing the same thing. This flash lands here and flashes most of a site. For Overpass, the nades have changed a lot from CSGO, so the meta is still evolving, but here are some that are really useful. For CT base, get stuck in the corner with trash can, aim at the edge of this, and jump throw, and you have a monster smoke for T side. When executing B, T's usually want to have heaven smoked off. I like to use this one, so up on the woods and get stuck in the corner, look for the left E and go up to the top of the yellow and left click throw. You can combine this with a Molotov, take a step forward and left click throw. This takes up barrels / toxic. CTs can also use this same spot, just to throw here, left click throw, and this covers off most of the plant area. There are lots of different ways to throw stairs and bank smokes. This is the way I like to do it. Get stuck in this corner with the bench, aim for the umbrella, and pick this part of the umbrella just between the two. And jump throw, and this should land bank. Stair smoke from the same spot is aim at these two, take the right one, and go up almost to the roof, and jump throw. An alternative smoke for stairs is you go to banana and look for this bench, go up on the top of it, search for this lamp, and the top left corner, left click throw. The last Molotov I'll show you is for CTs to take early short control. So you can do this while running, aim between on the fence between these two, and go up about to the power line, maybe a bit above, and run. If you want to throw the same Molotov as a player, you can do it like this. Jump up on the ventilation thing, look for these spikes, so the second from the left, aim at the round part, and then take a step forward and left click throw. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned at least some new nades. If you have any constructive criticism, feel free to leave a comment below. Happy fragging!